welcome to Helene, and I'm guessing that's Patricia. Eh,
Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Patricia, and Kathy, and Gloria,
Hi,
and
Debbie.
I saw Sherry, and I think there was a couple other
Hi.
people that joined, and I can't.
Hi,
Diana
hi
and
everyone.
Pamela. Yes.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Helene.
Yeah.
Hi.
Look at
Happy
you
Friday.
outside in the woohoo, getting
Yeah,
some
I'm outside.
fresh air because it's now coming into summer. It's getting warmer by request, also. What a great time to make some frozen, dairy free frozen treats. My nice cream is what people call it most of the time. I have a strawberry shortcake. We did up a mango, coconut mango, and just a plain, this would be my plain vanilla kind of flavor. And the hardest part is waiting for it to thaw out enough so you can just take a nice, when you want it. I want it right now, and I got to let it soften a little bit before you can take a bite. So good. Mm-mm. Yum. So let's get going with today's demo.
I hope you're putting those back in the freezer.
Not right now. It's okay for a few minutes.
It'll get
But
all
yeah,
watered.
these are all fruit based, so always whole food, so fruit based. I am going to use my blender and put it to some work today. I also have, you can use your food processor. If you have a food processor, that will work. I am going to be honest, I've only used the blender, but I've heard that the food processor does a great job with this, especially if you don't have a high speed blender. If you have a food processor, that might work better for you. And a lot of the base is bananas. We're going to go bananas today. And then you can add whatever flavors you would like to kind of jazz it up. You can put more different fruits in it. But the first thing is the bananas. Now, I have my frozen bananas. I took them to thaw. The if the best bananas are the ones that are actually ripe or overripe. So when they get to that place where you don't want to eat them, well, our family doesn't eat them very much, then you can put them in the freezer. I half them, and usually that's fine. So I'm going to confess that my bananas that I have here are just barely ripe. They're on the underripe side versus the overripe side, so they tend to have more, I guess, liquid and less. They won't be as sweet as they ripen. The bananas get sweeter, so and they'll also blend easier without thawing them out. So I put these in the freezer, and then I have to unthaw them a bit before I can actually blend them up because they still have quite a high water content, less sweetness to them. And they're still good to use. And to add a little sweetness, we have our maple syrup that we can also add. So the base can literally just be bananas. That's it. You can actually just whip up a vanilla kind of nice cream with just bananas. Now, if you're using your blender, you're going to need your tamper, and you want to use the tamper that comes with your blender because what it does is it keeps it from getting to the blade so that you don't it doesn't hit the blade. And we want to keep it as little liquid added to it as possible so we get this nice creamy texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by adding some bananas and making my base, and then I can go from there. So I'm going to add, how many bananas? You could do about 3 bananas would be great for the starting point, but I'm just going to check my, yeah, I could do 3. So I'm just going to do 3 bananas. They're starting to get a little thawed out, which is okay. 1, that's 2, and 3. Boom. We just have perfect amount of bananas here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of vanilla. And about a teaspoon is good. I need my teaspoon. This one is fresh. So add some vanilla. And then if you need to, you can add a little bit of dairy-free milk as you're going. And also, you could add a little bit of maple syrup. Now, I know that these ones are not the sweetest bananas, so I'm just going to add a little touch of maple syrup here. Weep. And you could add as much maple syrup as you need for your liking. And then I'm just going to put this on here. Let me bring it closer to me. This makes a lot of noise too when it's, because it's got frozen fruit. And I'm just going to literally put the tamper in because I know I'm going to need it. All right, here we go.